Welcome, friends, to our Tuesday's practice titled Moving Forward. I have nicknamed this class Movement is Change. So today we're going to be integrating the second chakra, Svadhisthana, with some of the key elements. So here's the key elements that we're going to work with today: movement, emotions, and change. So what I'd like you to do is either stand or sit as we come through this beginning portion. Okay, so beginning to choose what's right for you. I'm going to stand close to the camera for this first part. So whether you're seated or standing, give your shoulders a little wiggle. Okay, place your hand on your heart, and then simply begin to tune into your breath, feeling the sensation of your breath. So it's a mindful practice. So become aware of your emotional state. And then become aware of the mental activity or your mental emotional state. And then lastly, sense your whole body while you're breathing. Tuning in to what it is that you need and what is it that you need now. Okay, friends, I'm going to join you on the mat. Welcome to class. So whether you're seated in a chair or on the floor, I'd like you to come into a tall spine. So don't worry about the legs too much, just let your legs sort it. Place your fingertips by your sides and press through your fingertips, lengthen out through your elbows, and feel your spine lengthen up. Okay, so this is that tall spine, and honoring that all of our energy centers run along the spine. Okay, so from this tall place, relax your hands down onto your knees and just notice all the musculature that's in the abdominal area and the back area, simply to keep you in a tall posture. Okay, so movement is change. Let's start by moving the breath with our hand on the left. So when you're ready, inhale, lift your palm maybe up to the heart, and exhale, lower down. Okay, continue. Okay, sense the breath coming in and the wave of the breath going out. So this place of change is in our body, in our breath, and in our minds. They are all supply connected. Okay, now let's start to move this breath and open up through the rib cage. So the next time your arm floats up in a creative way, just kind of reach over, side bend, and then as you exhale, make your way back into a tall place. Maybe you drop the hand all the way down, press and lift, and seeing if the spine is in neutral. Let's do that a couple of times. Inhale, creatively just lifting it up with ease, a little side bend, and lowering it back down. What do you feel in your body? stay in your body, right? Be curious about what is arising now. And then release both hands down by your sides. One more time, set the spine up. Right, so it's this gentle reminder that practice is a process. We don't get to arrive, we simply participate. And then let's begin on the right hand side. When you're ready, inhale softly up and release it down. All right, let the wave of the movement come to you. And you'll see that that movement starts to gain a little energy. And as it starts to gain a little energy, draw it up a little bit further and start to add the side bend to it. Right? So be curious. And then every time you return back into neutral, check in with your posture and return to a tall place. So the whole idea of returning to that tall place is the foundation, right? So we're able to move out of a strong, firm foundation. So feel yourself lift up off of the earth, opening up, and breathe. Okay, remind yourself to enjoy your breath and the movement. Okay, once again, sit tall. Imagine reaching the crown towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders back and down. Sense those corset muscles turning on to support you lightly. And then let's come into 2 rounds of diaphragmatic breathing, where you watch the diaphragm drop down as you inhale. Belly softens, you're still sitting tall. And then as you exhale, lightly hug your abdominals in, lifting up from the pelvic floor, giving the abdominals a little hug at the end. One more. On your next inhale, soften the breath and then draw your fingertips towards your shoulders. Okay, so keeping this tall place, we're rising up out of the pelvis. Draw your elbows towards each other. So elbows, maybe they touch, maybe they don't. And then when you're ready to inhale, open your elbows out to the side. Keeping the spine tall. See if you can only move through the shoulders. All right, so you get to decide where the movement comes from. Drawing it into the shoulders. Okay, check in if you're breathing. Inhale, let the breath drop in, belly softens. Exhale, hug it in, lifting from the pelvic floor. So part of this movement or transformation of energy is that we become aware of how we move. So simply notice and then make any adjustments to allow it to be, to allow it to feel good, right? So there's no need to force. Okay, nice and easy. Let's release the shoulders down. I'm gonna lean back, unfurl the legs. And then let's come into a little bit of windshield wiper, paying attention to your pelvis. So as you roll from side to side, tune into the sensation in the pelvis. So the first energy center is the structure of the body. The second energy center is the sensation in the body. Think of it as, what do you feel? Okay. So nice and easy. Let's drop down to the elbows. Let's give the wrists a little break. Slide the right foot out. So find a long line. Okay. And start to think about your core muscles as we begin lifting that right leg up a few inches. Okay, notice where you feel it. If it goes into your neck, drop all the way down onto the floor. And maybe you draw the leg up to 12 o'clock. Okay, now here we go. Drop the heel down. Engage through your core muscles. And then lift the leg up. So be curious about how the leg moves. I have one leg that reminds me of the gear shift where it doesn't stay straight in the groove. It gets to a certain spot and then it kind of goes out to the right and comes back. So releasing any judgment or criticism, just be curious about the movement. Okay, one more. And walk your body back up. Lift up your chest. Roll your shoulders back and down. So now we're in a back bend. Anything that feels comfortable with your wrists. Drop your chin towards your chest. Okay, see if you can release the tension that might have shown up in the neck. Breathe easy. Okay, and then once again, let's curl down. Pull the right knee in, and then let's do those leg lifts on that left side. Okay, 3 or 4. Simply paying attention to how the leg is moving. Engage through your core, steady it. And the next time the leg makes its way towards the floor, come on down. Okay, once you get down, sense the whole of your body on the mat. Right? Sense your head on the mat, your shoulders, any parts of your back, your legs. So this place of being connected. And now let's begin moving the arms and the legs. So slide your left leg up towards the ceiling. Right arm towards the ceiling. Okay, so you have opposite arm, opposite leg. Anything that you need to secure your body so that you're comfortable. Let's let the breath move us. Inhale, the arm goes up and behind you and the leg drops down to a comfortable place where you're strong and steady. No need to overdo here. Let's do 3. Exhale, return to the top. Where is the sensation in your body? See if you can begin toning your abdominals in and moving from your center. Okay, the next time you pause at the top, pause there, relax your shoulders a little bit. And now let's change the movement. You're going to take that right arm out to the side, Find a comfortable place and then begin dropping the left leg out to the side. Okay. Only go to the place where you feel balanced. So there's no need to push or force. Just find the place that you can steady yourself. So understanding from this place of everything is going to change. Just notice the sensation. Maybe you notice the sensation in the adductors on the inside of the legs. Maybe you notice the other leg stabilizing you. Okay, nice and easy. Bring the knee into the center, opposite arm wraps it, and then pull it over the midline a little bit as if you were going to move it over to the opposite armpit. I'm going to rest my foot on my opposite leg, and then notice where the sensation is. Breathe. Okay, notice the sensation is changing. If you're with it and you're breathing, the sensation will ebb and flow. Okay, and when you feel ready, let's let that lever drop into neutral. Slide that right leg out. Okay, toe goes to the ceiling. Opposite arm reaches. Okay, so while you're here, you already notice the core engagement, right? So we have that little mirror effect from the brain where the brain knows, oh yeah, when I'm doing this now, I need to engage my core. Our bodies are intelligent. Let's begin moving for 3. Inhale, arm above, leg comes down, go slow. Tune in to how you're moving. Use your breath. Okay, and then pause at the top. So this place of flexibility, soft movement, it starts to translate into places where we don't get stuck in our attitudes or our thoughts, and we're able to be flexible and make changes when necessary. And all of that can happen by simply moving your body consciously in a different way. Okay, so now we're going to take it off the midline. Maybe you take your arm first out to the side and then start to draw that right leg out to the side. Okay, go to a comfortable place. So on this side, the couch is impeding me, so I'm going to keep my lever just barely out to the side because that's where I can find the stability. All right, working with what I have right here, right now. I encourage you to do the same. Okay, where do you feel it? Right, so what I notice about my leg is it moves around and it shakes a little bit. Just being curious. Okay, wrap those levers into the center. So pull that leg in and then over the midline a little bit. Maybe rest the foot on the opposite leg and have the sensation of stretching out through the back of the pelvis, your gluteal muscles. Breathe. Right? Maybe you start to notice the sensation is changing. Okay, and when you feel ready, let's make our way to all four. So take your time and just notice how you make those transitions. Okay. We're just going to create a little bit of strength with ease. So encourage yourself to be with yourself without overdoing here. Okay, so from all fours, turn your toes under and then begin lifting up the knees and lifting up the pelvis. Send the pelvis back and find that bent knee downward facing dog. Okay, press out through your palms. Feel the length of the neutral spine here. So the foundation is solid, allowing the spine to lengthen. Okay, so nice and easy. Roll forward through a bent knee plank. Sometimes they call it bear crawl. Lower your knees down. Drop down to your forearms. And then shift back and rest. Feel the spine in neutral. Notice where the opening is. Maybe relax your head down. Okay, gather the energy from below. And then let's begin a little bit of work. Now that the brain knows what's going to happen, come through all fours. When you're ready, find your exhale, pull the belly in, lift the knees, shift the tailbone up and back. Find this bent knee downward facing dog. So bend your knees generously. You'll start to feel that lowest root lock lift up. And then let's begin to move the energy. Inhale, roll forward, bend the knees, tap the knees, lift back up, bent knee downward facing dog. We're only doing 3. Roll forward, feel the strength in your pelvis and your belly, tap the knees down, lift up and shift back. Notice what's happening in your mind. Notice what's happening in your breath. One more. And this time when we arrive backward, open the legs wide, maybe the width of the mat. And let's find a variation of downward facing dog. Okay, so we have downward facing back, arms. Bend the knee slightly on the right. So maybe you think of it as lifting the heel. Okay, and as you lift the heel, where does the sensation go? Breathe. Okay, so nice and easy. We're going to paddle off that right foot, meaning pressing in through the ball of the foot, and come forward, lengthen the legs out, and you're in a wide-legged plank. And then let's place both knees down. Rest. Let your forearms come down, so give your wrists a little break. Make any adjustments with your feet so your body is comfortable. Encourage yourself to soften here. Breathe. And if you've drifted away, come back and feel your breath in your body. Okay, now once again, let's come back up to all fours, right? So let's come back up to all fours. And then we're going to have 2 more rounds of that bent knee strength downward facing dog. Okay. Once you're ready to exhale, pull the belly in, lift the knees, send the tailbone back so it's close to the earth. And then when you're ready, roll forward, feel your strength. Only go to the place where you're comfortable. Maybe you tap your knees down, maybe you don't. And lift back. Here's the last one. Okay, and now once you come back to this bent knee, once again, widen your legs out. And this time, let's focus on bending or lifting the left heel. So maybe you think about it, lifting the left heel, bending the left knee, pressing through your palms, and then where is the sensation? Breathe easy. So coming into these asymmetrical poses, it just acknowledges that not everything is the same. And then once again, let's explore that strength as you roll your weight forward. Lengthen out through that left knee and find yourself moving into that wide-legged plank. Pull your belly in. Take a soft breath here. And then when you're ready to exhale, let the knees find the floor. And walk it in, give the wrists a little shake. Right, and just notice how you feel coming into a different variation of downward facing dog. Sometimes the patterns get very, very tight, and then even in our yoga practices, we find a place where we're not able to change or to venture into new territory. Okay, when you're ready, come on up. Take a look at your toes, and then let's set a firm foundation, okay, to be able to move from a solid base. Anchor your legs down, tall spine, and then nice and easy. Bend into your knees, reach your arms forward, send your tailbone back. So imagine your pelvis going back comfortably. Find your long line without overdoing. Okay, pull the belly in to support. And when you find your next exhale, fingertips come down, rise up out of your legs, and come into a firm foundation. Let's do 2 more. Bend in and reach. Inhale. When your exhale arises, stand tall. And then nice and easy, bring your fingertips to your shoulders. Sense your feet. Engage the muscles of your legs. And now let's begin breathing and moving our elbows only. So when you're ready, exhale, elbows come together. Where do you feel it? Inhale, draw your elbows back. Can you keep the movement simply in your shoulders? Tall spine. One more. And then release the arms down. Okay, give the shoulders a little roll. And then we're going to come through another variation of chair. This time, draw your palms up. So palms up about shoulder height. So here's an option of a goalpost arm. If you like the ones where you're out to the side, you can choose that one. And now let's begin bending into the knees. This time, tailbone goes straight down. So this time the pelvis is in neutral. And then notice where you feel it. May feel the stretch at the lower part of the leg, right? The calf in the back, the soleus in the front, or your shin area. And then release the arms down by your sides. Give your shoulders a little roll. Okay. The focus is going to be on the pelvis as we move and alternate. So let's begin at the very beginning. Bend in, reach your arms forward, slide your tailbone back. All right, so here's that deep chair. When you're ready to exhale, rise up and stand in your mountain. And then alternate. Inhale, goalpost arms, tailbone straight down in a chair. Exhale, stand tall. Bend in, inhale, reach your arms forward, slide your tailbone back. Feel the musculature working in your abdominals and back. And same thing, standing neutral on exhale. Alternate. Bend in, tailbone down, goalpost arms. Exhale, stand tall. One more round. Breathe and move. And then just notice how you feel. Which one did your body prefer, right? So not always having to chase only what we want, but just simply noticing that sometimes our bodies prefer one way versus the other, right? Okay. Now from this tall place, when you're ready, reach your arms all the way up. So inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, choose your chair. And then allow your hands to sweep all the way down and rest in a forward fold. Relax your face. Maybe wiggle your head yes and no. Just allowing your spine to rest and lengthen here. Okay, now from this inverted place, let's start to walk the legs back into a wide leg downward facing dog. So take your time, walk your legs back. Set your dog. And when you're ready, here's the movement. Inhale, lift up your heels, shift your weight forward lightly. Maybe you go all the way to that wide-legged plank, maybe you don't. Exhale, bend the knees, send the tailbone up and back, wide-legged dog. Breathe your way through. Two more. And then the last of this movement is walking the legs forward and resting in a bent knee forward fold. So allow your legs to bend. Let the foundation of your legs support you. And then just notice the body. Just allow your breath to quiet. And slowly walk your hands up your legs, and then choose. Maybe the head comes straight up. Maybe the arms reach forward. The next pose is your chair. So you get to decide which chair do you want to do, and then arrive in that place. Breathe there for a moment. Feel the strength and the firm foundation. And when you feel your breath start to steady, release out and return to tall mountain. Okay. Let's continue on with opposite arm, opposite leg. So I'd like you to step your right leg forward and reach your left arm out to the side. Okay, so you have opposite arm, opposite leg. Nice and easy, begin bending in into the right leg and reaching that left arm forward. Okay, press through both feet. Only go to the place where you feel steady. Your core muscles are working. It means your belly and your back. Where do you feel it? Okay, nice and easy. Come all the way back out. Reach the arm out to the side. Take a full breath in. And then here's the change. Bend into the front leg. Take that arm over the midline. And then find your twist. Breathe. Okay, let's all release out of the twist. Step forward. Give the shoulders a little roll. And then wherever you are, let's step that left leg forward. Opposite arm reaches on the diagonal. Okay, so here's the long line. When you're ready, bend into the left leg. Reach that right arm forward. Okay, explore it. And then find that sweet spot. So that's also the characteristic of that second chakra, is the sweetness of life, desires, creativity, passions. So allow yourself to find the sweet spot, not overdoing, comfortably steady. Okay, nice and easy. Return to the top. Step forward. And then once again, return to your steady chair, whatever that looks like for you. Bending in comfortably. Feel your breath in your body. Feel your legs. Invite your breath in. And then once again, stand tall. Give your shoulders a little wiggle. Relax the tension through your head and neck. Okay, arrive. Tadasana, steady mountain. Shift your weight over to the left leg as you step your right leg backward. Well, let me see. We need to do the twist on the other side. So we'll come to the twist on the other side after we finish the balance. Okay, so you step one leg back. I'd like you to shift your weight back and lift up the toes in the front. And then place the toes down in the front and lift up the heel in the back. Okay, so here we go. We're lifting up the foundation of the roots and moving them. So shift back, lift the toe in the front, shift forward, lift the heel in the back. Rock and roll and notice. Keep a tall spine. So as you're shifting forward, pressing off the back of the foot, the heart is lifting in the front. Okay. Now when you're ready, shift forward, lift up the back toe an inch or two. Okay, start to notice. Maybe you're going to take opposite arm forward a little bit. So no need to lift your foot up really high. We're balancing opposite arm with opposite leg. And notice. And then when you're ready, lower the leg down, swing the legs wide, and shift from side to side. Allow your shoulder to come over the midline, creating a little bit of spaciousness through the torso with a rotation. And be curious how your body moves. Can you allow the movement to be pleasurable? Okay. And once you arrive through the center, come on up. And then let's turn our bodies over to the opposite direction. So this time you should have the left leg behind you and the right leg in front. And then let's be curious. Lift the toes in the front. And then when you're ready, shift the weight forward, lift the heel in the back. Okay, this is a totally different experience for me on this side. So just notice what it is for you and see if you can find that wave-like rocking as you shift. And then begin adding the chest lift. So as you shift forward, your chest lifts. Okay, now when you're ready, shift, weight forward, lift, and lift the back foot. Okay, no need to go high. As a matter of fact, do it differently than you would normally do it to sense how the brain has to acclimate to something new. And then take the opposite arm forward. Go slow. Breathe. Challenge yourself to balance in an unusual way. And then let's lower that leg down. Step forward. And then I do believe we're going to step our left leg back. Come back into that lunge. Take the left arm up. And then let's find that gentle twist. Right, so I'm always curious why my brain decides to erase certain signs. Right, so one of those other qualities of that second chakra is to hide. Right, so the brain tries to figure out how to hide. Through mindful practice, we learn how to be with whatever is arising now. Invite your breath down. And then again, unfurl, find yourself wide-legged. Run your hands down your legs and make your way into a comfortable forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Relax your face, soften your eyes, and then sense where you are in the foundation of your feet. Are you in the middle? Are you in your heels? See if you can have just a little bit of centering movement where you're encouraging yourself to find the balance. And then when you find that sweet spot, relax into it a little bit more. Breathe easy. Okay, let's make our way down slowly to the earth. So allow yourself to get close to the earth. I'm going to put a blanket underneath my pelvis. Okay. Let's find a seated twist. So let's start with the right leg bent, and then have the left leg, the foot towards the groin. So you have one knee up and one knee down. Find yourself lifting tall, and then begin twisting toward the right side. Okay, so notice how it feels to do the twist slightly different. Right, so no need to force or push in the twist. Right, beginning to care for your discs in a conscious way. Just allowing the twist to transform or open. Okay, and when you're ready, let's release off of that twist and then find the other side. Again, moving in an asymmetrical way where one knee is up and one knee is down, and then rise up out of the pelvis. So come back to that tall posture and then lightly take that twist. Okay. Let the breath be gentle. Relax your face. Soften your shoulders. Okay, so here's the last of it. Release off of the twist and take this front ankle across the midline and allow your legs to come down. All right, so a variation of Siddhasana. Lean forward, walk your hands forward, and then simply be curious. Maybe your elbows come down to the floor. Relax your head. And this place of opening through the pelvis, opening through the hips, in a variation of Yoga Mudra. Surrender in connection. So the flow of energy, that water element. So for many years, I just simply wanted to stop that tide, trying to manage or direct. Yoga Mudra, this place of humility and surrendering and connecting to what already is now. Breathe. Okay, slowly make your way up to the top. Unfurl your legs and then make your way directly down onto the mat. Take a full body stretch when you arrive. Notice the sensation in your body. Draw your fingertips behind your head. Draw your heels in towards your body. Press your lower back into the mat. Okay, now feel the firm foundation from the legs into the strength of the pelvis, stability through your foundation and your emotions. And now let's connect it to the core by drawing the elbows towards each other. And then if you'd like to add the neck stretch, elbows towards your knees. So this is organic strength. There's no forcing. Notice where the sensation is. And breathe. When you're ready, lower down. And then find a comfortable position for you to close class. Maybe it's with your knees bent. Maybe it's with your legs out, but find some place that's true to what your body desires. Okay, and then once you're there, turn your attention to the wave of your breath at your nose. Invite it in. And let your body relax on the exhale into the earth. The breath quieting. Notice the energy in your body. Encourage yourself to let go just a little bit more. Let your bones settle. Just continue to relax here for another minute. Be free. Begin wiggling your fingers just a little bit. And then choose for yourself if you want to return to stillness or whether you'd like to come to that tall seat and close class with Om. Just give yourself a moment to decide. Okay, with that second chakra, you have the ability to choose. Choose your pathway back to peace and emotional stability. Okay, gather up an intention. Just let it bubble up out of your body. And then let's close it up and seal it up with 3 chants of Om. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.